What's up, guys? Sauceman May here, and if my voice sounds a little weird in this video, I'm a little sick right now, so if my voice sounds a little wonky, then that's why. But today we're going to be doing a tier list on UFC Fighters as fast food workers, so I'm pretty excited to get this done, and yeah, let's get right into the video. Starting off, we got Daniel Cormier, and I love this picture of him right here, biblically accurate DC, I love it. But Daniel Cormier is going to go straight in the D tier. I don't really think I need to explain myself. Daniel Cormier, he's that type of friend where you have food and he asks for a little bite. You look at your plate, it just crumbs in depression. Like he's not a dude where he asks for a sip and then drinks the whole bottle. I don't trust this guy with anything related to food at all. He's going in the D tier straight up. He's a good guy, but in terms of just food, keep this guy away from food at all costs. So Daniel Cormier is going straight in the D tier. I'll admit Nate Diaz isn't as bad as DC, but he's still a horrible option for a waiter. I could definitely see Nate Diaz straight up just like, you order something, you're like, hi, can I have the butternut squash dish? No one knows what the fuck that is. Straight up. This is Compton, motherfucker. And then if you do get your food, it's gonna smell like smoke. Like you're gonna get your burger, you're like, why does this burger smell like cigarettes? You're gonna be like, waiter, what are you doing? He's getting your food, you're like, he would just man. Nate Diaz would not be good. I'm going to put him in C tier just because he wouldn't eat your food. At least he'd get you your food. But, dude, it would smell like smoke. He'd literally screw your order up so bad. He's the kind of person, like I said before, like you order something, he just gives you something completely different. You can't do anything about it because he'll beat your ass. But not as bad as DC, where DC will just absorb your food. Nate Diaz will at least try and get you your food if he's not stoned. But yeah, Nate's going in the C tier. We got Drickus Duplessis next. And Drickus, he's way better than the last two options, 100%. But with Drickus, with Drickus, like he's a cool dude and stuff, but if you trigger him, if you get him mad, it's over. Like I feel like if you bring your family to a restaurant, and your daughter's like, hey, waiter, why are you working at a restaurant? Bro, why are your parents divorced, bro? Why are you disabled, bro? You think your dad beat you? Nah, you haven't seen anything yet, bro. I feel like if Drickus, you make fun of him one time, he's gonna crash out. You just have a waiter to come deliver your food in a unicycle with a clown nose. And like those horns that go. He's a really goofy guy. Drickus is the type of dude to like you order a dish, he's like, nah, I got something better for you, mate. And then he gets you a dish that's completely you never heard of and it's delicious. I'm gonna put Drickus in A tier. He's way better than Nate Diaz and DC. The best one in this video so far. Drickus is a cool dude. Don't get him angry though, or else you're done. But he'd probably serve you some goofy dishes. Like he'd recommend some stuff you never heard of. You'd be like, hey, I want the burger. He's like, have you ever had, bro? Have octopus testicles, bro. They're so good, man. And then you have them, they're delicious. Like Drickus, I think he's that one friend that just knows food. Like he knows, he seems like a dummy, but he knows what he's talking about. So Drickus, I'm gonna put him in the A tier. He's a really good option for a fast food worker. We got Tom Aspinall right here. And with Tom, I'm gonna put Tom in S tier. I really don't see any flaws with him, honestly. Like for my daughter's tier list, I'm pretty sure I put him in A or B tier because of the interview where he threatened to finger Nina Drama. But that's besides the point. But as a fast food worker, dude, I see Tom is that one fast food worker where you get carried away talking with him and you find out he's super cool. I definitely seen Tom, you're just like, hey, what's your job? I'm a UFC fighter, mate. It's pretty fun, yeah. You should come watch me fight, I'll pay for your ticket and everything, yeah. I see Tom as being such a nice, cool dude. And he'd probably recommend some great dishes. I can really see you ordering a menu and Tom's like, I'd recommend this. Like, he does like a complete breakdown. Like, those Fight Lab videos he does on the TNT. I can see him doing that with the dishes. He's like, mate, if you're in the mood for something that really gets your spice level up, you want to have the Mexican enchilada, yeah? Tom, I feel like, is the ideal fast food worker. I'm going to put Aspinall in the S tier. I think he'd be amazing as a fast food worker. Hamzat's kind of a weird one because I feel like Hamzat is 50-50. Like, when it comes to being a fast food server, I feel like I could see Hamza being super crazy and being like, brother, we're going to kill your food. Let's go, brother. Or I could see him saying nothing like, brother, here your food, brother. You do good, you go. I don't know. It's a really 50-50 bet with Hamza. I'm going to put Hamza just to be safe. I'm going to put him in the B tier. Because if we're getting crazy Hamza, then he's going in the D tier. If we're getting calm Hamza, I don't see an issue with him. The only thing is he could pull out of your order. Like, you could be like, yeah, I want this. He's like, okay. And then he just never comes back with your food. Other than that, though, I'm going to put him in the B tier. In terms of being a food server, I really don't see him being that terrible. He'd probably just get your food, then take your tips, and then just leave. But yeah, I don't see him being that bad. We're going to put him in the B tier. And also, Moicano would be absolutely hilarious as a waiter. Like, I could see him, he goes to your table, then like he'd be good for the most part until he finds out what bank you use. I can see him like getting your food, then he gets distracted, giving you financial advice. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. You don't want to use it. You want to use this bank. I make more money than you, brother. And he starts going off about how your bank account, how he makes more money than you. Like, he's the only type of waiter that you give him like a decent tip, but then it's not what he wants. He just goes off of how you're broke and how you're ugly and how you suck. It depends if you give him money. Like, if you give him like a decent tip, he's like, bro, my kind of want money. Give me 15% easy money, 25% easy money, 50% easy money. Money Moicano only accept big tips, brother. I can 100% see Moicano to start screaming at you. Like 100% volume if you don't give him a good tip. So Moicano, I'm going to put him in the C tier, unfortunately, because I feel like his want for money would just get in the way of him. Like, he would just talk about money regardless. Like, he'd take your order and then be like, let me tell you something about how much your order costs. Let me tell you something. He's just too money. He's obsessed with money. He's a super funny guy, but in terms of being a waiter, absolutely not. We're good. This next guy, all I'm going to say is, I said Nate Diaz has a cigarette problem? Well, this guy's basically like with that, but times 100. Carlos Prates is next. Carlos Prates is my favorite fighting nerd, and I stand by that. Seeing him knock out Leon Edwards was awesome. And he's probably like one of my favorite fighters in general right now. He's super fun to watch. As a fast food worker, though, this guy, he'd probably be super funny to talk with. Like, he'd be cool. I watch his YouTube channel. I watch him interact with like Full Violence and stuff. Like, they're like a merch company, but he's a cool dude. He can socialize and stuff. He's pretty funny. But the cigarettes thing would probably get super annoying. Like, Nate Diaz, like, I complain that food smell like cigarettes. Prates would literally just hotbox the entire restaurant. Like, he's coming to get your food. Like, he'll just smoke coming out of his ears and eyes. He's just like, hey, here's your food. And then the food's just like, there is no food. And then he would start talking about Nutella cake, brother, Nutella cake. I'm going to put him in A tier because his personality's actually, no, hell no. I'm going to put him in the C tier, actually. What was I thinking? In terms of a waiter, he's going to go in the C tier because, dude, he would ruin your food and start talking about how good Nutella cake is and how he wants a title shot and how happy he is to be here. Unfortunately, he's only in the C tier. Like, he's a funny dude, but his cigarettes and his drinking too. Like, he's straight up like, you order any alcoholic beverages, like, say goodbye. He's just gonna put them down, and be like, hey, let me get a little sip, brother, and just chug the whole bottle in front of you. Put it down. Thank you, brother. Prates is going straight in the C tier. We finally have an S tier, and it's probably gonna be the only S tier of the video. I can't even lie. Volkanovski, the GOAT. I love Volkanovski. I don't know a single person who actively hates Volkanovski. We all love Volkanovski. The boys love him. Everybody loves Volk. Volk's just the nicest guy, and he can cook too. There's so many reasons why Volk's S tier. Like, he's a nice guy. He can cook. He's funny. He's just so awesome to be around. And I get annoyed when waiters talk sometimes when they're annoying. But Volk's the one, like, fast food worker. If he was talking, I'd actually hear him out. I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. I feel like Volk's the one waiter where he has like a scar on his arm, and you're like, where'd you get that from? He pulls up a chair. He's like, oh, I was hauling some sharks by the reef, and one bit me bloody arm. Yeah, I ripped him off, gouged his eye out, and cooked him a little stew. Yeah, and he'd have some interesting stories. Like, Volk's, he's just a perfect worker, personality, skills. He'd be nice. I'd tip him. Like, I give him a huge tip. He'd be the kind of person to decline a tip and be like, nah, I don't deserve. I really don't, bro. You don't know how to do that to my mind. I love Volkanovski. He's like my dad. I wish Volk was my dad. I'm going to put Volk in the S tier. I love Volk. Okay, so I actually lied about there not being another S tier because I was reviewing the list for fighters I do for this video. And the next guy right here is actually an S tier. But once you see him, you're going to understand why. Oliveira, I mean, what else is there to not like about Charles Oliveira? I'm not sure if he can cook, but that doesn't matter. He's such a nice dude. I mean, Charles Oliveira, I could go on all day about how good he is. Him and Volkanovski are probably the nicest fighters on the roster, easily top two just ever of all time. He's going in the S tier. There's not one negative you say about Charles Oliveira. He's too happy. He'd be the type of person to give you a hug. Like, he'd get your food and start giving you hugs and kisses and start talking about how awesome you are. He's going in the S tier. No question about it. I love Charles Oliveira. We got 4 more guys left for the tier list, and this next guy is going straight in the D tier. Well, I mean, they're not D tier, but definitely bottom either C or D tier, because Joe Pyfer. I love Joe Pyfer because seeing him get mad is the funniest thing. Like, there was one press conference where an employee asked about his hair. He was like, I'm gonna remember your motherfucking face. He got so heated about it. And he seems like an employee that would crash out, like the fast food worker. Here's a baby crying. He's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to do some work here. Or I could definitely see him flipping a table or like punching a hole in the wall. Fucking forks don't work. What the fuck? And just Joe Piper can never work at a restaurant. It's honestly, I'm deciding between C or D tier. Because like he's gotten better, but he still could crash out anyway. He's like a time bomb. Like you say one thing, you're like, excuse me, sir, I didn't order this dish. You got me the wrong dish, sir. Just shut the fuck up and eat your food. It's not my fucking problem. What the fuck? I'm gonna put Joe Piper. I'm gonna put him in the D tier, unfortunately, because he doesn't have enough good qualities about him. Like if he was funny or something, or if he just had like a goofy side, but he's gotten better, but he just seems like a crash out. Just an angry dude. So I'm gonna put Officer Joe Piper in the D tier. Now I just talked about how Joe Piper's a crash out and how he's angry and stuff. But this next guy would actually make me turn to Joe Piper by how much he pissed me off, or he has potential to piss me off. Because Corey Sandhagen, I could see him being either boring or just so annoying. Like Bedtime MMA described in the perfect way. He said he's that one nerd. He's like, what's your favorite movie? Avengers, of course. And his like some silent film from 1920, like that. That's literally who I now I can't unsee it. Like that's probably who he is. And I know someone just like him pisses me off. I hate them, but in real life. But dude, I can see him like you order a dish. He's like, dude, like what you really want are like the deep roasted peas, and they've been oven roasted and fried. Like you don't want all this new stuff. He's the kind of stuff. He's the kind of person you would order a burger and he calls it too trendy. He's like, I'll give you these roasted beefs and these roasted beets instead. I'm not gonna put him in like a C or D tier. I think he's not too bad. Like I think Bedtime MMA kind of over exaggerates a little bit. I'm gonna put him in the B tier just because he has potential to be really annoying. Like I could literally. If you just keep the conversations about your dish and your order, you should be fine. But if pop culture or music gets mentioned, it's over. And also, Bedtime he also said something funny where he said Corey seems like the type of dude who listens to only Tyler the Creator and talks about he's a musical genius, and I really see that. But I think I'm gonna put Corey in the B tier because he could be really annoying. But if you gotta keep him talking about stuff that's not his interests, I guess. But yeah, Corey's not going to the B tier. Next, we got Islam Makhachev. And Islam, I think, is a really just relaxed person. Like, I see Islam, he's probably the most relaxed UFC fighter I've seen. Like, nothing bothers him. His fights are good. His fight against JDM kind of sucks, but that's just a one-off, you know? But as a restaurant worker, I can see him doing really good. I can really see him being a good restaurant worker. The only thing is that you could see him, like with the wrong person, brother, how you grappling, brother? And he judo throws someone. He's like, yeah, your grappling's not good. But the only reason why he's not going in S tier is because you know how like when employees start a new job, they have someone who mentors them and shows them stuff. I feel like when Islam's taking your order, Khabib's gonna be in the corner screaming like, come on, take his order, ask him what drink he wants. Yes, good. Like I feel like Khabib's gonna be screaming in his corner. Like while he's ordering, like giving him tips, like, come on, yes, ask him for sides. Ask him what dessert he wants. You would hear Khabib screaming, the entire time while he's taking your order. Just because of that, I'm going to put him in the A tier, but he seems like a perfectly fine person. Not too bad. I'm going to put him in the A tier. Just Khabib screaming would kind of piss me off a little bit, but yeah, we're going to put Islam in the A tier. Last, but certainly not least, you already know we couldn't do a food tier list without this guy. I'm fucking starving, lad. I know you don't want that cheeseburger, lad. Scouters don't get knocked out. Paddy Pimblett, you knew he was coming. You know, Paddy Pimblett's a fatty. I'm not going to put him in the D tier because Paddy, I actually wouldn't mind giving Paddy my food because he seems like a pretty okay guy. The only thing is, like, he's going to put in the C tier because you're not going to get your food. Like, that's just being brutally honest. With Paddy Pimblett, he's going to deliver your food. That smells so good. Can I get a little taste, lad? And you're just like, okay, fine, yeah, just enjoy yourself. And he's like, thank you so much. And just devours your dish in front of you. It wouldn't be as bad as Daniel Cormier, where he just absorbs the food like Galactus absorbing planets. But Paddy is he's a fat ass, okay? Patty's a fat ass. I'm going to put him in C tier because he would just eat the food, but, you know, he's not as bad as people like DC. But, yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Been trying to upload more as the year's coming to an end, and I want to get possibly one more video out before the end of the year. I'm trying to be on a Rob type scheduling for videos, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and a great New Year. And yeah, thanks for watching and have a great day, guys.